Now, here's other portions where residents are reporting multiple home break-ins or law enforcement says hotels under pressure from the immigration crackdown are now burglarizing their homes for money and valuables.
So, as the U.S. border crackdown continues, criminals who were smuggling people through it now need to find a new job, which is why they're now rampaging through America's hometown, raiding homes and apartments of the law-abiding. However, there's one thing these foreign fugitives are about to find out. The border cross will now soon be provided with every more computer military troops.
It's mostly due to making its really moving people into the country illegally, and we don't really see that anymore. So people down here leave, and that's still resorting to whole tactics to make up for that loss. There's several homes down along the Green Mountain broken into the most recent one. Yeah, you can still see where the fake was actually quite literally flipped down the Chinese dashes.
Oh, wow.
Vehicles, strikers that could all be
Strikers. What? Strikers?
The border. This one that we gotta look at overlooks the Women's Mexico area, a major smuggling corridor known for its high number of gotaways, illegal migrants who manage to escape border patrol agents. Mexican officials even stood guard over the waterline safe for days. Rodriguez couldn't retrieve it. It was in Mexico. There's other guys. Everything you have in life that people will just put the other guys. I think you can something called the So basically what happened with this house is the owners failed to pay their property. And then the government actually created certificates for that debt. I actually bought that debt, which basically means I paid the taxes. Once the owners finally pay, I'm going to get the interest owed from the delinquent bill. If the owner never pays, the property goes into foreclosure, where I can invest in it and it is by far the easiest way to get into real estate. No dealing with tenants, renovations, or Airbnb. If you want to learn how to do this, we are having a free live in-person training in your local area. All you have to do is click the link below and sign up for your free ticket. At the event, we are going to teach you how to find and invest in this property, the secret to getting the best deals, and we're going to show you how you can do it from anywhere in the world with nothing but a laugh. The event is 100% free to attend. All you have to do is click the link below and secure your ticket. You only have 50 seats available, so if this is something you want to learn and get started doing this class, click the link below, grab your ticket, and let's go back.
When you have to get free right away, I was just impressed with the overall quality of the company and the people there. The energy is unbelievable. Everybody here is excited and sees possibility. I've invested in over 80 tax liens, already received payback on those, and I ended up acquiring 2 properties as well.
I was a little skeptical, not quite understanding how you could buy a tax lien, but I wanted to know more. That was just the tip of the iceberg, because then we signed up for the 3-day event, and we learned a whole lot more. Met a lot more people. We have not turned back. We are 1,000%. There's so much to gain. Your rooms will open up to you. I mean, and then you find out the next expensive. How long to help you and support you along.
If you apply what they're teaching you, it's worked for them, why would it work for us? Why would it work for you?
We'll be able to succeed. We'll put that out. We've already, in just 3 months, bought our first tax lien, and we're getting ready to foreclose.
Within 2 months, we have purchased 19 tax liens. 20 of what we've done so far.
If you want financial freedom and you don't know how to get it, then of course you have to pay for the education, but that education is going to pay you back in your future. So definitely go for it.
This program has helped me and also helped it's a risk, good risk, you know. If I had to give me advice, taking me on the Islamic journey, I would say to this, listen, it works. It works, it works, it works. If I was sitting across with someone who was on the fence as to whether or not to do this program, I'd say, hey, stop waiting. You're wasting your time. This program will teach you exactly how to invest safely and how to get an immediate return back on your investment.
Excuse me?
So it's no secret that foreign fugitives have entered our country with the goal of raiding homes and apartments. But what nobody's talking about is that Mexican cartels are now resorting to this. Business at the border must be pretty lousy because it's one thing for a lone small crew of hardened thugs in a small town disappear into our streets.
This one's making me uncomfortable.
Hey, I just got a message from our mystery bot tracker.
What did it say?
I don't know yet. It's using some weird syntax, and there's gaps in the code. I can figure it out. I just need another iced coffee. And maybe a blueberry muffin.
Completely. What this new switch to home invasions really shows is that they're getting desperate, only because they can't smuggle people into our country like they used to. But in many cases, the operatives and cartel members themselves are getting busted and sent to eternal vacation destinations like El Salvador. And that brings us to the real reason why we're now seeing these home invasions. This is one of the few ways left for criminals with the ability to cross the border to still profit from it. And is on borrowed time because thousands of U.S. troops are now to the border with Mexico, areas of which have now been designated a national defense area, which pretty much guarantees anyone sneaking across is going to get captured and deported almost immediately, and in some cases, hiding in Mexico after committing crime in America won't save you either.
Reina was so proud of his actions, he even posted videos of the attack on his personal TikTok account. According to the indictment, but after releasing his photo, police in Mexico located Reina south of the border, and yesterday they turned him over to control at the 49th Unit San Ysidro, handcuffed, searched. They put him into a vehicle, and he is not looking too happy there.
That was one of the anti-ICE rioters
Oh, wow.
who attacked law enforcement agents in California. And he's in a better place now. Federal detention, which is where criminals belong. However, some individuals are still getting through. And as you're about to see, they're invading towns and raiding apartments in ways nobody is quite prepared for.
It's already been a welcome to the whole national program.
Nope. What the hell was that?
Serena Smart Shades make that easy. With a simple voice command, you can fill your home with sound. Feel what it's like to effortlessly upgrade. Transform your space. Serena Smart Shades. Create your community.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring the sacred vocation of education, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. From teaching pre-K through 12th grade students to educational administration, BCU's online bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs can help you reach your goals. Find your purpose. Grand Canyon University. It's a GCU.edu. Initial teacher licensure programs are not available in Kentucky.
Border where residents
Has life destroyed.
break-ins, where law enforcement says cartels under pressure from the immigration crackdown are now burglarizing American homes for money and valuables. Newsnation's Allie Bradley is live for us in Del Rio, Texas. And Allie, you just walked through a home that was hit by one of these cartels.
At least they left the ironing board. It's terrible.
Yeah, Nicole. So we know that it's no secret the cartel is not making its billions moving people into the country illegally anymore because we're not seeing that anymore. And so people down here believe that the cartel.
Well, let's ask ourselves, why would cartels in Mexico, who are well-funded, well-organized, and have weapons that militaries around the world are trying to get their hands on, why would they resort to breaking into the homes of average Americans just across the water? Well, I'll tell you, these criminals, they refuse to make money in any way that is completely illegal. And American homes have a lot inside of them. First of all, they've got valuables, savings, and there could also be the homeowner's firearms, which gang members wouldn't mind getting their hands on. And remember, we're in 2025. If criminals get their hands on your phone or your computer or your physical identity documents, they could use those things to steal your identity and thus your life savings. And after they do that, they can repurpose your social security number and personal information and sell that to other people who don't get the documents. And just wait till you see how sophisticated home invasions have gotten. But in Southern California, break-ins have also rocked everyone, from movie stars to regular residents of the San Fernando Valley. Sounding authorities to warn the methods look very similar to those deployed in many of these cases in South American crime rings.
They often know your patterns. They're finding that out through embedding cameras in bushes or in and around the community.
So I used my left foot to kick it out, and that's when I discovered it was a device.
This West Covina homeless that's so right. Camouflaged device covered with bullets being hurt in his front yard.
The fuck?
Violated. Did get killed?
Multiple police departments have shared so
Yeah, I would feel violated too, like my booty hole got taken.
homeowner that got robbed right across the border, they don't even need a camera to watch his house. I mean, if you're gonna rob somebody's house, it sounds like this is what you do. So you could conceivably hide a camera in cartel territory on one side of the river and watch his house and figure out what his patterns are. But they can see his house from Mexico, and that's why these guys broke in and took pretty much everything this guy had. To be honest, this doesn't look like the home of a professional athlete. Exactly everybody who's got identity documents or computer or firearms is
Gotta get to Dr. Connors. Hopefully Harry didn't hurt him.
What can that thing do? It can take out every Wi-Fi device in your house with fire.
With a push of a button.
This little switch right here. If I did this,
Gotta
right
get to
now,
Dr.
it would
Connors.
disconnect.
Hopefully
Because
Harry
I'm
didn't
on
hurt him.
Security technology consultant Ted Nierhaus showing us how easy it is.
Here we go.
And he's gone. So, if you've got like a ring doorbell or some Wi-Fi enabled camera, that thing is pretty much useless. Everybody's got them, but all the thieves apparently have these jammers. They can these things also disrupt radio transmission in some cases, so nobody on police frequency can use that local radio to pin down the criminals are. And that's the other aspect of these cartel-related invasions that's pretty scary. We've got troops in certain areas of the border that are a national defense zone. We've got border patrol that's supposed to catch people who come into the country illegally. But if somebody's breaking into your home, you're probably calling the local police department, and the response you get may or may not be even equipped to deal with some of the criminals that took one homeowner from home and cat.
The cartel is resorting to old tactics to make up for that loss. There's several homes down here along the Rio Grande.
Several homes.
Where the safe was actually literally flipped down his driveway. In his driveway there, that means all the way to the river. That's Mexico right there. And
Is this find the secret room?
valuables as much as he is about his safety.
Someday, someone will need the faith we have.
I think I found a secret room in the game. Wow, that's interesting.
Health sciences. Guardians save lives.
There's nothing in here, but still cool. Secret room.
Learn more at mchs.edu. They took this guy's safe and just dragged it out of his back door and into Mexico. That's absolutely crazy. They ripped it right out of his home. And this thing is so heavy, he's actually not quite sure how the criminals were able to get it out without some sort of power tool or vehicle. The safe itself did get stuck in the river. It filled up with water. The criminals couldn't drag it back to Mexican territory and break into it. Mexican military is seen here on camera watching over the safe, but it's in a foreign country. He can't just go over there illegally and bring it back. And the report mentions that this type of robbery pattern is happening all over this area that is very close to the Mexican side of the U.S. border where there's no wall.
This trip to the river was once the epicenter of the border crisis back in 2021, but lately things have been quiet. Rivas let his guard down. He said that won't happen again.
But now I want them now to make
The remnants of a terrifying break-in and Frank Rivas' far from home.
everything of value was gone, everything was rifled through, the whole house was just upside down, they got rid of the pulled out everything.
It is sad. Very, very sad and awful.
And basically made their way to my stand-up safe, which is a substantial safe which contains
A standing safe.
value in it, everything that's important to me and everything. Diamonds, cash, weapons collections from a long time ago.
So they stole his weapon.
Many
He got his guns.
everything that's important to me in my life.
Several Mexican nationals crossed the Rio Grande and stole Rivas' property, according to officials, making off with more than $60,000.
knives and guns, jewelry, and other personal belongings.
Looks like a neat roller coaster ride. I wonder if there's a real roller coaster that follows a path similar to height and speed of that one.
Starts to emerge because I've been told by the television, as you probably have as well, that Mexico is now doing everything to secure their border. They are
Bullshit.
so hard over there, and they're cracking down on all of this cartel activity, and we shouldn't be seeing stuff like this anymore. But apparently, while
Oh, that's right on modes and roads right there. That's cool.
that put on a show for the cameras,
Look at the
units will not go into cartel-controlled areas of their
roller coaster.
country, which means Mexico is still a safe space for the criminals that stole this guy's safe and have been breaking into homes right across the water from where their territory is, as they can disappear into areas of Mexico where law and order doesn't exist and where no one can follow them, which is why we're now seeing an even larger buildup of troops on the U.S. side of the border.
So this is the LRAD, stands for the Long Range Acoustic Device. It basically broadcasts any tone or any voice at a longer distance. Military troops aren't just watching the border. Now they're using sound to warn people away. Thousands of U.S. troops have been deployed to what's now known as national defense areas. Military zones with U.S. military and Border Patrol operate side by side. The Army's presence in Los Angeles is impossible to miss. 117 armored vehicles, over 35 helicopters, and high-tech surveillance gear, including drones scanning the sky. But what actually happens if someone tries to cross into the military zone? Troops are trained to send warning. Then we can inform them with this, and we can inform them that if they cross over the barrier, they will be in our national defense area. That is their early warning. If they cross into our national defense area, then they would be detained.
You know, the problem is this homeowner, he doesn't live in a national defense area. So all of this, just like the cartel territory that the Mexican military can't go to, well, in America, you've got certain areas along the border that are so secure, no criminals want to enter there, which basically forces them to other areas that are lightly guarded where the military can't go. You know something, if homes on the Texas side of the border are being broken into, I can't imagine residents would be opposed to it in their driveway into the cartel as they twice trying to enter their property.
Good thing.
And in total, about a third of the U.S. border is now national defense zone areas, which means anybody who enters those areas gets immediately arrested, deported, you name it. It's over. The other problem is these cartels are just trying to walk in. Surveillance, they've got technology on their side, and they're also almost at parity with law enforcement and military with drones, which helps them with all sorts of crimes. Let me repeat that. Cartels today.
Hey, wake up, let me represent you. Oops. Wake up. They're carrying boxes up right now. Check them out. Oh, it's fine. I'm not even wrong. Are you being serious right now? I'm not going to thing doesn't lock. Yeah. Does it lock? That's literally your only job. You're just decoration. You're not even. You know what? I can't. I'm over it. I hope these new tenants have breakfast insurance. They have a lot of boxes. If a burglar does come by, they'll probably just smash a window. Get a quote at lemonade.com/rentals.
American law enforcement.
Officials say the threat is no longer across surveillance. Last year, drones dropped explosives on Mexican soldiers. American agents worry it's only a matter of time before cartel drones drop bombs into the United States. Earlier this year, we saw just how critical this technology has become. We've mentioned Zone Texas GPS in Roma, where troopers use thermal drones to catch smugglers and send them to sneak migrants across the river. On the ground, troopers told us this.
Yeah, I mean, you can build a border wall as high as you want, but it's not going to get high enough to stop a drone from flying over. And whoever course, in this raft right here, they were using this eye-in-the-sky surveillance to figure out when to try and make their crossing. Now, look, nobody wants to see war with Mexico, but if these things are capable of dropping ordnance and they're flying over our territory in an unrestricted manner and they're going back to areas of Mexico where there is no law and order, something has to be done about that. There needs to be a consequence for that, or it's going to keep happening, and it's only going to get worse. And the other component to this is the seeming inability of Mexico to actually deal with its cartel problem. And frankly, if they were to try and make war with the cartels, the problem is they would need the United States' help. Because these cartels are well funded, they're not going to go down without them. Like, they control large
Shit, the cartels are the government.
just have one cartel in Mexico. You've got a whole bunch of different factions, and you know what? They're all at war with each other and their own government to an extent. And the last thing that Mexico wants to do is to get rid of well-connected people who might be cartel members in their country and have been running it for decades with the help of America, who their president has been demonizing. They're certainly not going to want our troops in their territory, making their country safer, which would be of great benefit to law-abiding Mexicans and law-abiding Americans. That's what I think anyways. What do you think? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Good Car is your one-stop shop for all things automotive, offering a suite of free tools to help you make informed decisions. With the Good Car Vehicle History Report, you can access every possible piece of information about any vehicle.
Harry is in Dr. Connor's lab. Gotta get there quick.
Accidents and major issues,
You got a one-track mind?
sales history, recalls, and much more, all in one place. Don't buy a car without checking with
Schoolhouse.
Gotta get to Dr. Connor's. Hopefully Harry didn't hurt him.
Choosing the right business insurance
We'll know about that after this.
That's why 3 created an all-in-one policy that gets rid of the guessing. Our small business insurance has everything most businesses need, like general liability, workers' comp, and more in a single policy. Because 3 is comprehensive, there's less confusion and more protection from risk. It's that simple. From quote to claim, we made insurance better for owners like you. See how at 3insurance.com.
Who we thought to be a girl. And we talked to dispatch from there, and they rerouted us to go to, I want to say it was Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, Sumner County Sheriff's Office. And what would be like the best way of getting there from here? 11 right? Up north then. Okay. So north that, I'm pretty sure I can figure it out from there, but north that way? Okay. Great. One on that. Okay, yeah, we were just on that. Okay. Gotcha. Fantastic. I appreciate you.
Look this guy again.
Yeah. We're going to go that way for sure. Yeah, but number 3 would be we're already headed. Well, yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're going to lost the border. So there's appeals and candidates get the case involved. Now, due to some circumstances, they weren't able to come out and address the situation directly. So, of course, I had to go to the police department where the patient lived and found the report. Everything has been submitted, and detectives are looking into it. And that's all we can really do. Big Herm may be free for them. And even if nothing ends up happening to him on the legal side of things, hopefully this ass-kicking in Mortal Kombat was a wake-up call.
Ass-kicking for Mortal Kombat.
To do something like this ever again. We know that there were many other predators just like Big Herm. And if they had fallen through our investigation, they will be discovered, and they will ultimately get skeeted. Just as
They're gonna get skeeted.
he really couldn't handle getting skeeted in 4K.
Yeah, getting skeeted in 4K.
But once he heard 4K, he just, yeah, he's kind of thinking. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this episode of Skeet the Predator. I've been your host, Steve Hansen. Thank you, and good night.
Skeet the Predator.
This is 30-year-old man, or Danny, and on one lonesome Saturday night, he showed up to our skate park to play some Mario Kart. We all got together, had some laughs, and got down on some good old-fashioned split-screen gaming. It really was a film. Matt had a lot of fun, the boys had a lot of fun. I personally had a blast. Most important of all, the police had a good old time for a right-hand signal. But, fortunately, as we all know, all good things must come to. So after Matt was done playing with Mario Kart, I came out to ask him a few questions about the conversation that he's been having online. At this time, Matt wasn't having so much fun. It's like I had told his guy. Think of it as being in first place in Mario Kart. Someone all the way in the back drops a blue shell on me. Really good.
What the hell?
Pretty much what I did. Realize big deal. Now, keep in mind, even though we're just playing Mario Kart, we still had to take out and censor a ton of things in this video just to make it suitable for guidelines. But if you want to see the full uncensored version of this video and more, be sure to head on over to petergreen.zogers.com.
Skeeter Jr. Guess I'm gonna Skeeter.
But once I start kissing you, have it start closing, and that's when you have the full time. Are you ready for the album? Oh. I don't think I'm ready for it. That's what you guys are.
Wait, the mom's trying to sell the daughter for sex?
You're quite the alpha now, are you? Joe? You might have to hug Joe. All right, sure. You just made the list. Looks like you have just made this effective this. When she calls you, you say, it's not you, it's Dad, you know, sir. And that's what that's not Joe, no. So Dad, you sir, is what you want. You ever say you want to make it a permanent thing? You're messing around with her on this undercover. Oh, yeah, it's right here. This is a child.
You got Skeeted in 4K.
Now, who knows what in a month for the kingdom is asking that to go on to give it this. Maybe it was King Boo going inside of him, taking total control of his body. Or maybe it was Bowser in the dark, orchestrating something sinister. Or just maybe there's something much darker inside of that that's either way, only he can really of the story. So let's go ahead and get into this episode of Credits.
Skeeter forever.
Back at it. And you're here. It's mostly popular genre that's visual. But really came up on here. We've got this and that setup is actually not for you to have fun with, but for this guy to have fun with the equal. His name is a good friend of mine.
Who would like to see me make YouTube videos like this of me catching predators? Where I pretend to be like a young girl or a young boy to catch predators. Who would like to see that series? I think it'd be good. Hit thumbs up if you'd like to see that series on my YouTube.
Yeah, Like, give it to
Sorry.
It's
You idiot.
this guy can see what the rock is doing. I'd be surprised if this guy could, see it if he's young. I mean, like, if you could play like Android, that's this guy's senior year old. I know I keep going on about this. There's so much of this video. Where is he at? Where do you think this is? What is going on here? He's trying to guess. He's carrying downstairs. He says, like, Spurs or what? He says, would you like me to...
Merciful.
And here's another picture that he sent. He sent this last night. It's like balcony or something. Like, as if you're looking at this picture here, you're just stretching your thighs. This one's going to get you wetter than the fall. You're just going to stretch your looking at this. Look at his arms. I mean, he lifts up his shirt. Someone confidence in him. And then, he's got a little half-shut coat on. Looks like a little bit of hair on his scroll down here. The suit is like really, it's so good. Like, what is he? Is that coming off of his hand? He's actually, this is so nuts. He's actually on his way right now. And he sent us his point of here it is. Look at this scratch. That's what he's trying. Look at this. Look at his This is like a driving. You can barely see out of his windshield. He's he wants to be dark, so wants to know how many miles. That's daddy. He just got caught. Okay, great. Because Gaby's little princess one, look at stuff. You don't mind. This is insane. This is so much. Yeah, you know, you've read that I multiple times and still can't. It's kind of crazy. And it's lasting longer than the movie. What the? I've never heard that. What do you think it's like? Yeah. I could actually do it. What if you like one race that will come on and then play in where if he wins and we don't come. I'll give him. There's baby. That is about 25 minutes away. We're going to find out what it's all about. Just a video, so stay tuned.
Harry is in Dr. Connor's lab. Gotta get there quick. Gotta get to Dr. Connor's. Hopefully Harry didn't hurt him.
Go. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. I'm gonna start another live. I gotta go make some milk. I'm gonna stop this one and start another live. So please stay tuned for the next live in a couple minutes.